And that's when I tried to buy the horse to prostitute. But let's not talk about that right now.
You're so gonna get sued.
We're going into day 2. I was actually there for part of day 2. So me and Jordan went to the Frederator panel. And we saw some pretty badass shit, actually.
Oh, hell yeah.
They showed off a new short. We also had a quick Q&A with the actual people. They did bring in one of the people from Powerhouse who did, in fact, work on Castlevania, actually. Yeah. They were talking about how long it took for them to get Castlevania off the ground. Right, is that correct? For a long time, he spent like roughly 12 years working on getting this off the ground. And they showed off some stuff for Bee and Puppy Cat.
Yeah, well,
is that the name of it?
The not Season 2 storyboards.
So it's basically Season 1.5.
Fred himself said that he does want more feedback, so if you can message him at fred@frederator.com, and he will try to email you back. I'm just throwing that out there because he actually wants that to be a thing.
If you are an animator, if you are a writer with a pitch, something,
or you want to
this
send
guy,
him nudes. I'm just kidding, don't do that last part.
Like, no nudes, no dick pics to Fred, please.
Unless they're drawn, because then you might be impressed. So while we had that adventure, Joseph was doing something else at the time.
Yeah.
What were you doing specifically?
We got to check out a new game called Observer, which is by the same folks who made the game Layers of Fear, which is a really good, like, kind of fucks with your mind psychological game because you're in like a cyberpunk dystopian future and like you're a police officer of some sort. You go in, you're investigating this crime scene. There's a dude who's like just barely alive as you're just like, alright, just hold still. I'm gonna just plug this thing into the back of your head to find out who did this. It's a really, really good looking game, and I highly recommend checking it out. Especially, like, go back and look at Layers of Fear too, because it's also a really interesting horror game.
So I went to the Kind of Funny panel. So Greg Miller, funny fucking dude. Like, the dude's absolutely fucking hysterical. He did a bunch of weird shit. My favorite that he did is he randomly took off his shirt and had someone from the audience rip out a gray hair from his chest. But then, after that point, you know, he did put on a small shirt, and then he ripped it up like Hulk Hogan, and it was really funny. It was, you could say it was kind of funny.
Once that was going on, Jordan and I checked out the Adult Swim panel because they were promoting quite a lot of this new series for them called Apollo Gauntlet.
Yeah, like that was everywhere for RTX in this one. It was like the big, you know, kind of to-do of RTX for Animation Festival.
The panel overall was super lackluster. Like they were showing an episode for season 11 of Squidbillies, which I was just shocked to find out Squidbillies is still a thing.
Yeah, especially after
all this time. Why can something so insanely silly still be that on?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's easy to make.
That's true, it is pretty
I mean, it would almost be a mercy killing to just drop it right then and there, you know, and rather than let it continue, it really should have just ended long ago.
I do find some Squidbillies funny.
They also had a thing called Laser Wolf, which amongst the 4 that we saw, I felt like was probably the thing I'm most interested in, but even that, it's still very
that's a lukewarm kind of thing. Like, it was the thing that looked like it had the most work, I guess, put into it as it was, but that really isn't saying... We're kind of damning with faint praise here, like...
Yeah, like, for me, I at least liked the visual style it had. It was just the comedy of it was just kind of lame. Like, it felt very much like a regular show, but if they went from teen to, like, you know, like, kind of whatever's in between teen and TVMA. The only reason I will be honest that I went to the Adult Swim because I thought they just might show Rick and Morty season 3, like, you know, first preview or something like that. I think I ducked out right after Laser Wolf, and I guess I made the right choice on that one because, goddamn it, Adult Swim, I used to love you.
Yeah, so while they were being slowly disappointed by life, I decided I was going to go to the Dude Soup Live podcast because I'm a huge fan of Funhouse.
Okay, for those of us not to know, like, here. What the hell is Funhouse? Because I saw everyone from there know something like.
Yeah, Funhouse is actually what it is. It's a Let's Play channel. They're mostly known for a handful of things that they've done. One of them being demo disc. What happened was they used to have a giant binder full of demo discs that they would. What they did was they would play them on their computer or whatever, and then as soon as they're done, they would snap the disc and then look up porn or whatever it is that they just finished playing. So I did in fact really enjoy it. I did accidentally piss off Adam Kovic though.
What did you do?
Well, they were asking who was better between Stained and some other fucking band. I don't remember what the band it was. And I randomly said Stained was in a Dragon Ball Z movie. And Adam looked straight at me and said, "You should probably leave for interrupting me." And I laughed because I thought it was funny, and so did the audience. But it was really good. I had a fucking blast. So that was day 2. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with day 3.
To do like fuck, marry, kill, like on Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh yeah.
But do it like members of Leon.
Oh yeah.